He vanished without a trace almost 7 years ago. Tonight, the FBI adds accused killer Eugene Palmer to their 10 most wanted list.
Are you taking the fall for the mayor?
Plus, the crisis at Mount Vernon City Hall widening tonight. Now the city's top attorney among a growing list in trouble with the law. But first, we begin with the weather. Right now, we are in fact tracking some potentially severe storms in our area.
Yeah, you see a lot of green, even some orange and red right there behind us. But taking a look outside in Terrytown, yeah, a little cloudy, a little gloomy out there. For the latest on what we can expect, let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Steve Teeling in your hyperlocal forecast. Hey, Steve.
Hey, guys, thank you so very much. Yes, we've been very lucky lately where these severe storms have just been missing us, and it appears tonight that may be the case as well, but it is a very close call. First and foremost, let me start with our happy news that all up and down the Hudson Valley, we do not have any watches or warnings in effect for our local area right now. But just off to our south and west, that's where it's a mess. Look at all these different colors. The yellow is a tornado watch that includes most of Pennsylvania and a good chunk of New Jersey. That runs until 8 o'clock tonight. The lighter green shade of color is a flash flood watch. The darker shade of green is a flash flood warning. But as you can see, they are all out of our local area. But let me show you how close these storms are. A lot of the storms are over us right now, but they don't have any severe limits with them, meaning there might be some gusty winds, there might be some small hail, but not enough to be the criteria that we look at for severe weather. Most of that, again, has been staying off to our south and west. So a lot of our area seeing some rain, heavy at times, some thunder and lightning, but again, nothing severe at this time. Let me throw this into motion here for you. You can certainly see some lightning strikes out here, a lot of them occurring over southern portions of Orange County on into Rockland County right now. That line of thunderstorms will be getting the southern part of our region, and then those other thunderstorms which prompted this one right here, that prompted a tornado warning just off to our west, but it weakened by the time it got here. So we'll keep an eye on all these storms. And as you can see, they extend all through the state of Pennsylvania, and they're heading on towards the Philadelphia area on into New Jersey. So again, the majority of the severe weather should just stay south of us, but it's going to be a close call. I'll be here all night long watching radar, and we'll keep you up to date on everything that does occur. Storms ending, mostly cloudy later on tonight, 59. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy day. It's going to be warmer up to 80. And guess what? Maybe an afternoon or evening shower or thunderstorm again. We'll talk more about that next time around. In the meantime, back to you, Scott and Macy.
All right, thank you for that update. Meanwhile, let's go to our other top story once again. That's another Mount Vernon city official under arrest.
Yeah, the State Attorney General's office says Lawrence Porcari is allegedly using city funds to pay the personal legal bills of Mount Vernon Mayor Richard Thomas.
Yeah, we've got some special Team 12 coverage for you from the city of Mount Vernon, and we begin with News 12's Ty Milburn. Ty.
The number one job of the Corporation Counsel is supposed to be to protect taxpayers, but that's not what happened here in Mount Vernon. That, according to the Attorney General, as she says the Corporation Counsel put the mayor first, and in doing so, broke the law. Porcari, what do you have to say for yourself?
Mount Vernon's top lawyer, Lawrence Porcari, tight-lipped now that he's on the other side of the law tonight after being indicted for allegedly raiding the city's water department for hundreds of thousands of dollars to benefit the mayor.
What do you have to say for yourself? Are you taking the fall for the mayor?
No comment to any of your questions. Thank you very much. He looks forward to a speedy resolution of the charges. He pleaded not guilty. That's his statement.
Attorney General Letitia James accused Porcari of abusing his position as a public servant when he allegedly stole $365,000 of taxpayer money to fund the mayor's mounting legal bills and for an outside PR firm. He's facing 4 felony charges, including corrupting the government, grand larceny, defrauding the government, and filing false documents.
The mayor put out a statement the other day saying that he did everything at your direction. Anything you want to say about that?
Porcari is one of the closest advisors to Mayor Richard Thomas, so close, critics have even referred to him as Thomas's fixer. The mayor was indicted last year on different charges, but some city council members are squarely blaming him for this alleged corruption. In a statement, Councilman Marcus Griffith says, quote, "The mayor is in charge of these agencies and either knows what went on or he's willfully blind to what's going on. Let's not forget that Mayor Thomas is the sole beneficiary of Mr. Porcari's alleged scheme. If he thinks the city of Mount Vernon is going to pay for Mr. Porcari's legal bills, he's nuts."
And tonight, it is unclear whether or not Porcari will step down, but members of the city council releasing a statement tonight calling on him to do just that. Porcari is due back in court on June 5th. We're in Mount Vernon. Ty Milburn, News 12. Back to you, Scott.
Ty, this is such an unusual situation in that one person's accused of stealing money to benefit someone else. In this case, it's the mayor, but the mayor hasn't been charged with a crime here. So what does the AG say about this, and what has the mayor been saying about what's been going on?
Well, Scott, that's a very good question. The AG's office, they have not been saying anything at all. And the mayor's office has been mum today. But on Friday, the mayor did release a statement in defending Porcari. He wrote, in quote, "I believe and still believe that I receive sound advice from my corporation counsel on all matters. Our corporation counsel has always shown great integrity and ensured our over 100-year charter was followed and that the independence of the water department was preserved." Now, obviously, the Attorney General disagrees with the mayor in this statement because she charged the corporation counsel with a crime. That is the very latest from Mount Vernon. Scott.
All right, thank you very much, Ty.
Well, Porcari joins a growing list of city officials, including Mayor Thomas, facing various criminal charges, also dealing with legal trouble. Former Mount Vernon Deputy Police Commissioners Joe Spezio and Frida Hickson, and the city's building commissioner Dan Jones. Now, Mayor Thomas's trial will begin just 2 weeks after the big mayoral Democratic primary. And now this. So will he step down?
News 12's Lisa Reyes outside City Hall tonight as well. Lisa, did you get a chance to speak to the mayor today? What does he say?
Well, Scott, as you know, City Hall is a public building. So is the mayor's office. We walked right in there with our cameras rolling, but were quickly turned away, told that the mayor will not be going on camera. Well, we spoke to plenty of people on the street that live here, and they had plenty to say.
The Corporation Council attorney was indicted?
Ron Lewis couldn't contain his shock learning Lawrence Porcari, Mount Vernon city attorney, was indicted Wednesday, accused of defrauding the water department.
As bad as our situation is with water,
to pay for the mayor's legal expenses.
the citizenry are the ones who pay for all of this irresponsibility.
Is there anything that he could have done to even look into it? Him being mayor, to see that somebody in his staff that he trusted was doing these things. It kind of hurts the whole city.
As the June 25th primary nears, voters like Deborah Rose question if the mayor knew anything about Porcari's alleged corruption, which also includes using those funds to pay a public relations firm.
When you look at this, if he was running for a second term, kind of a no-no.
You don't expect that from the higher-ups that you trust.
Despite this latest bombshell, as even the mayor himself awaits trial on 5 felonies indicted on state charges of misusing campaign funds, some believe it's all dirty politics.
It's hard to believe it. It's very hard to believe it. And as you know, politics is politics. You know, they are after each other like crazy.
News 12 did attempt to speak with the mayor.
The mayor doesn't want to talk to News 12.
A spokesperson told us our request was denied.
No, not until we prepare a statement, and even then he may not want to talk to you.
And just a short time ago, we did receive that statement from the city of Mount Vernon. It reads in part, "These allegations are part of the false narrative that was presented to the same grand jury that voted not to indict me. I'm certain that once these allegations are scrutinized, Larry will be fully vindicated." So Mayor Thomas standing by as corporation counsel, who remains here at City Hall. Again, Mayor Thomas declining to speak with us earlier today. We did speak with several people on the street, and they were unsure and unclear about if the mayor should step down or not. But one thing they all had in common was they are starting to feel the pride in their city is starting to shrink, and all many of them could say is that it's a shame. That is the very latest from Mount Vernon. Lisa Reyes, News 12.
All right, thank you, Lisa. And stay with News 12 on air and online for our continuing coverage of the crisis at City Hall as these criminal cases move forward.
Well, a tornado now confirmed to have touched down yesterday in New Jersey. Chopper 12 capturing the scene this morning in Stanhope. Violent weather toppled trees. They even damaged a high school. The National Weather Service says the EF1 tornado packed winds of up to 110 miles an hour.
Well, Special Counsel Robert Mueller now speaking out about his investigation into Russian election meddling.
Russian intelligence officers who were part of the Russian military launched a concerted attack on our political system.
It was his first public comment on his work since the investigation began in 2017. He addressed both the probe into meddling and the issue of obstruction of justice. Mueller citing Department of Justice policy regarding the decision to not pursue charges against President Trump.
Under long-standing department policy, a president cannot be charged with a federal crime while he is in office. That is unconstitutional. If we had had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. We did not, however, make a determination as to whether the president did commit a crime.
Mueller closed his statement with a warning to lawmakers and the public saying, quote, there were multiple systemic efforts to interfere in our election attacks, and that allegation deserves the attention of every American.
Well, you can take in the celestial show tonight in New York City. It's the Manhattanhenge, the Big Apple's own version of Stonehenge. The cosmic phenomenon occurs twice a year. It happens when the sunset aligns perfectly with the city's east-west street grid. Kind of looks like that. Also known as the Manhattan solstice. The epic sight occurs tonight and tomorrow at 8:18 p.m. And if you miss that, you can catch it again sometime around July 13th. All right, there have been no winners, which means we're all winners. Because of that, the Mega Millions and Powerball jackpots on the rise again. But next, where is he now? The man who allegedly murdered his daughter-in-law in Rockland, now added to the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitive list. You're watching News 12. Where's local as local news gets?